Hey everybody, welcome to Beyond Local, episode 45, the show about tips and tricks, about digital marketing, industry insights, but we're in our fourth installment of Get to Know Lseo. So as usual, with me today is the People's VP, Steve Blackburn. Steve, who'd you bring today?
Well, I was supposed to bring Nina Coons, but scheduling conflict came up. Nina couldn't make it, so I'm really, really excited to tell you guys that I have the pride of Coughlin High School with me, the one and only Eric Adamczyk.
Woohoo!
It's great to be here again.
Now batting.
What was your number?
Playing right field, number 21 on your scorecard, number 1 in your heart, Eric Adamczyk. All right, so with Beyond Local, Get to Know Lseo, we like to highlight our employees that bring all the work and get all the work done for us, so you have a better idea of who we are and what we do. So with that, we have a list of questions that we prepared for Eric that he got to see ahead of time, and we decided to mix it up a little bit this time. But Steve, you're welcome to go first as usual.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Now, although we are going to mix things up a little bit, I think that he didn't know that, so we could still give him a little bit of a softball. And I want the people to enjoy the format that we've already established. So,
Fair.
Eric, can you give us a little bit of a, well, not us, because we've gotten to know you, but can you give them, the people, give them a little bit of an insight about what your position here is at Lseo, and most importantly, how you help our customers succeed online?
Sure, will do. So I'm an SEO associate who also helps out with the link building team. Obviously, we want to gain backlinks to our clients, certain keywords to actually help them rank better. And obviously, I do some technical SEO to help out with their ranking as well.
All right, perfect. So we thank you for all of the time and energy that you put into that.
So tell us a little bit about your professional background.
So this is actually my first professional job here at Lseo. Prior to that, I was actually tossing up pizza dough as a pizza maker. So
Nice. Where at?
Pizza Bella.
Okay. All
There's
right.
like 5 different locations. I've worked in Plains. No longer doesn't exist anymore. So
Do you know that Jeff is quite the pizza man himself?
he's also apparently the quite ping pong player too. But
Well, yeah, I mean, he whooped you now.
nah, play me at 21.
All right, are we going to go downstairs and have a pizza bake-off too?
We could if we want. We got an oven.
I'm definitely putting this on the schedule.
Now, do you throw it in the air? Or did you throw it in the air?
I never
Obviously, you
threw it
don't.
in the air
Okay.
when we actually baked for customers just to mess around here and there, just acting like myself. I did here and there.
All right.
Did you ever like try to, and then boom, right in the kisser?
No, never done that actually.
Well, I hope that happens when we make pizza here. So all right. So that was your first professional job. So, where'd you go to school?
I went to Coughlin High School, and as you would say, I am the pride of Coughlin, which is not true. But to you, we'll go with it.
Eric, I've done the research.
I'm sure you have.
I have polled the community. They told me that you are the pride and joy of Coughlin, at least the baseball team. Let me clarify that it was the Coughlin baseball team. But I was more curious. Where'd you go to college?
I went to Penn State, Wilkes-Barre.
And you played baseball there, correct?
Correct.
You are not the pride and joy of that team, though.
Guess not.
That guy's name's Justin. I did the research there as well.
So I have a insider question here.
Okay.
So way back in the day, we were on a Zoom call back when everybody was work from home. Your camera was on. Behind you was a jersey. Speak a little bit about that jersey on your wall.
So the reason why I got the nickname Pride of Coughlin, thanks to Steve, there was actually a old Coughlin High School baseball jersey framed up in my room. It was given to me as a senior day gift in 2014. So since then, it's just been hanging up on my wall, just like a little memory, along with a bunch of other sports trophies, stuff like that.
So I appreciate you calling me out there. But again, it was I polled the people, so they think of you as the pride of Coughlin. But anyway, so what did you major in when you were at Penn State?
I was a business marketing management major, but originally I went for kinesiology. I want to do sports medicine training, stuff like that. But I just wanted to stay around local for 4 years and played baseball for 4 years instead of going 2-2 down to U Park. So
what position did you play?
I was a catcher.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, man.
And now you're in right field.
Now I play right field for softball, yes.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, what led you to LSEO? I mean, you could have been in sports medicine. That sounded fun.
So what led me to LSEO is I needed to do an internship my senior year, and I was applying places. Some internships were filled up for certain academic years, like spring, summer, winter. Obviously, the summer was better for me because of my scheduling. And my one professor, who was also head of the business department, recommended LSEO since we had an employee here who also did an internship with LSEO, who then got hired. So she recommended LSEO, and I applied, and sure enough, I was an intern.
So who was the employee that was already here?
His name was Brian
Brian who?
Reese.
Oh, Brian Reese, one of my favorites. So, all right, you've been here. Well, how long have you been here now?
I will be here 3 years as a full-time employee in August, but I started my internship in May of 2018, 3 years ago.
That just sounds like a really long time ago, and it's not. I feel like
it feels like a long time, but years go by quick.
Well, no, I think they've been going by slow. Through the pandemic. Well, that's because you're young yet. So, what's your favorite thing about working here?
It's definitely the people. It's just the relaxed culture here, and just the people here are great.
Including us.
I mean, you're part of the people, right?
Yeah, all right.
I don't have favorites, but if I had to, I'd say you're probably top 10.
I'm surprised he didn't say top 25, But Eric, we only have 19 people.
Should have just said top 20, but
that works.
Good answer, Eric. Have you ever thought about a career in politics?
I'm not a fan of politics.
Okay.
Don't get me. No.
So it says here, when you're in Coughlin, you're voted your senior year most talkative. Is that true?
That is false.
Oh, okay. What were you voted?
To be fair, I was second. I was runner-up to Nicest Eyes, but I didn't get that, so.
Runner-up to Nicest Eyes. That's.
Do you remember who won? You don't have to say their name.
Not really, no.
Oh. I could see the jealousy
complex. You want me to bring the yearbook in just for you?
No. I don't ever want anything just for me. I want it for the team, for the people, and most importantly.
Well, next time I'm on here, I'll bring a yearbook just to go back a little bit.
All right. I like the magical mystery tour and the time bus that we can go on. So.
Well, you just made a promise to the people. He's bringing in his yearbook.
Got a show here where we keep our promises. We have integrity. So, all right, going back to working here at LSEO. You love the people. I could understand why. I love Jeff. I mean, he's a great guy. But what's one thing that if you could change anything about LSEO, what would it be? Put on that CEO hat.
Honestly, I don't complain much. I really have nothing. I would definitely say I like more pets to be coming in the office, like an office dog. I mean, I know we have a couple employees that bring their dogs in here and there. It's definitely nice. It's definitely relaxing when a dog comes in.
Do you have any pets?
I do.
Can you elaborate and tell us what they are?
I have a dog. She's 14 years old. She's a little Bichon. She was my grandma's dog, and we took her in when they moved on.
So, what's the dog's name?
Her name is Snowy.
Snowy?
Yes, a little white Bichon named Snowy.
I don't know what a Bichon is. Do you?
No.
It's a little white thing.
Does it look like anything that I might know?
I don't know.
Right here, right?
It's like a little curly haired dog, small, like 20 pounds.
Does it bark a lot?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if I'm making myself breakfast, she's right there barking at me like she wants some eggs.
She sleep in the bed with you, or no?
Do you ever feed her, or does she just bark for the eggs?
She just barks at me for food.
So, all right. So Snowy, is it Bichon? Did you say
Bichon?
All right. So this is where we have to cut away.
You have to send us a picture so people can see it.
I'll get a picture
along with your yearbook.
All right. So we know you have a dog. You obviously love baseball. What else do you like to do outside of work?
I definitely like going golfing. Haven't gone at all this year, but it's definitely going to happen soon once I find my free time.
What's your handicap?
I don't know, but it's either hit the ball really, really far or I'm hurting a tree. You could ask Steve.
I mean, he's usually in the woods looking for his ball next to mine. And then he pulls out the, here's my ball. And I watch something roll out of his pant leg. Yep. And I'm like, wait, I thought you were playing Titleist. And he pulls out, he's like, nah, Max Fly it is.
Pink.
So, no, Eric's, good golfer. So how long have you been playing?
I was actually on the golf team like my freshman year, but I didn't start. I just went to practice and golfed at Muni. That's really it. So 2010, maybe.
So, and Jeff spoiled this earlier, but my notes tell me here that you are not just a softball player, but quite the accomplished softball player. Is that true?
If you want to say that, sure.
How do you mean, Steve?
Well, from what I hear, Eric travels to tournaments, particularly this year in the York, Pennsylvania area, because I do my research. I know these things. And apparently, Eric's team has won several tournaments and placed in the top 3 in several others. So, what got you into to softball?
Well, obviously, once I was done with college playing baseball, I just wanted to continue doing something baseball related. Could have played in an adult league, hardball, like baseball, but it just really wasn't for me. So slow pitch softball was the next best thing. And obviously I have a bunch of friends that play it with me. So, can't really complain with that.
Why wasn't hardball for you, adult hardball?
I like to say my arm is shot.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just want to play slow pitch. It's also fun to also have a few adult beverages while I play. So
adult Gatorades.
That's what I was going for right there.
Yes, adult Gatorades.
I told you earlier to set it on the tee and he'll whack it right out of here. So you're a right fielder now.
Yes.
Sorry.
For this team, mainly center on other teams, but right field for this one.
Was it difficult to make the transition from the backstop to the outfield?
Not necessarily, no. I was always a utility player, but high school and college, I was just strictly backstop, just the catcher. So
do you ever miss putting on the tools of ignorance?
Yeah, all the time. There's always a memory on my Snapchat or someone's Facebook of like me and my friends just doing well in baseball, and it's just like, I really miss it, but got to move on. So
quick insight into me when I was 12 years old. Little
Show's
league.
about Eric, Jeff.
I know, but it's relatable.
It's about Eric.
Played right field and batted ninth, right? I was told because I had the strongest arm and I was the fastest, and they wanted me on base when the top of the lineup came up, which I don't think was true. So do you play right field because your arm's strong? Because there's not many lefties. Is there a lot of lefties in softball?
I mean, there's a lot of lefties, yeah, but it's just a position that I'm more comfortable with other than center.
Okay. All right.
What was the biggest transition you had to make from hardball to softball? For me, it was just gripping the darn thing and not throwing a changeup.
Honestly, there was no change.
How about your swing?
Yeah, you try not to kill it all the time, just trying to place it. But it takes a couple of years of practice in here. But yeah.
So what size bat do you use? I'm not familiar. I mean,
they're all the same size, like 34 inches, but they have different ounces. When I first started, I swung at 28, having that baseball swing, and then I went right down to 26 because I was too powerful, apparently, and I couldn't hit too many home runs, but I still did accidentally.
Do the field you play in have fences?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how long are they? The fields?
I'd say like 300 or so.
Okay.
Oh, so
They vary.
Now, what type of league do you play in? Is it ASA?
There's ASA around here, which is my 4 or 5 days a week thing. And then weekends is what we call a U-Trip, and that's a different league from ASA. Different bats, different balls, different style of pitching arcs, stuff like that.
Right on. All right. Well, I think we should get you signed up for the softball league.
I'm ready.
I'll bring the Gatorades.
What position do you think I could play?
Probably right field, hit ninth, because you're the fastest and have the strongest arm, though.
Yep.
I want to just prove your old coach right.
All right. Outside of all that, is there anything else that you like to? We pretty much talked about sports. Is there anything else?
I mean, I've gone snowboarding, picked that up a lot this year. Couldn't really go to anywhere because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And when the mountains opened up for skiing season, went snowboarding a few times, and it's fun.
Are you good at it? Like a shredder? Or, were you just starting?
I mean, it's not the first time I've went. I wouldn't say I'm a beginner. I would say I'm more intermediate, kind of. I mean, I still fall here and there, but I'm not pulling out 360s like off a ramp or anything.
Oh, I definitely have, but it wasn't intentional. It was I've tried to go down the hill and just ended up doing pirouettes more than 360s, and then there was the part where I rolled down most of it. I'm awful at snowboarding.
All right. It's not about you though, Steve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could talk too.
Well, thanks for the permission. So, all right, my next question then, we like to ask this one, is if you could choose one superpower to have, what would it be?
Well, my one superpower, but
Well, softball.
no.
You have a superpower already?
No, you know like what I would want, but
Okay.
I got some backlash for it. But I'm just gonna say telepathy. I want to read someone's mind just to see like what they're thinking, and then I can relate with them and just like completely, make them feel uncomfortable. If I'm talking to them, they're thinking something. Like if I'm looking at you right now and you're thinking like, wow, what is he talking about right now? And I'm just going to read your mind and everything. I just want to know what you're thinking so I can just, make you feel uncomfortable and just like read your mind. I want to know what goes inside your mind too.
Yeah, there's tickets to that circus, man.
I'm sure there's a lot of fish jams going on.
Well, that's another story for another day. Today is not about me. It's about you, Eric Adamczyk, the pride of Coughlin.
Right. All right. Telepathy. All right. So if you want Eric to know what you're thinking, put it in the comments. See that? And it's kind of like telepathy digitally. How about a skill that you wish you had?
I really got to think about this one. I wish I was better at like carpentry and stuff like that. I have a good idea of like, how everything goes, like building, measuring and all that. But to be really good at it, like that'd be dope. Definitely want to build a house one day when I'm older, but I got to have a couple years skill with that. So
Wow. Build the whole house on your own.
I mean, it'd be nice.
Have you built anything yet?
I built a deck for my camper, helping my dad with that. Couple side summer jobs here and there, doing like siding on houses.
Okay.
So I mean, that's a skill that could be very handy.
Oh, yeah.
I could help your dreams come true if you'd like me to.
Yeah, how's that?
Lincoln Logs.
Nice. Get started there, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got started.
And look at you today.
I was going to say, but I'm not a carpenter. But I mean, so if that's what you're into, I mean, I can make this happen. Lincoln Logs, an erector set.
My mind is a little more creative.
Oh.
An
To
erector
use-
set?
To use Lincoln Logs and that, yes.
And you haven't seen what they can do with this technology of an erector set, have you?
No, Steve, I'm not.
Do you have any projects in mind that you want to start besides building a house down the line? Like,
No.
Yeah, like a
there's,
birdhouse.
There's
like-
really nothing. I just like help and just kind of learn things, like pick them up as you go.
Because I would like, a little covered porch at my house if you're interested. I'll buy the wood.
It's up.
Good thing wood's expensive right now, so
Yeah.
you might want to wait a couple of years.
It's up 250%. I heard on the news this morning. So, how'd you get into that? Is anyone in your family into carpentry or anything?
Nope. My dad is not very handy with tools, and I was one of those kids growing up where you just give me like a couple 2x4s and I'll go build a tree fort. And that's what it was. Just kind of like just being creative and just building things.
Are any of these tree forts still up?
I don't think so, no, because the one tree by my house got taken down, so.
All right. All right. I was ready to go relive your childhood with you after work.
I mean, it was just a couple 2x6s, some plywood, and
Well, you said 2x4s, so which one is it?
I mean, 2x4s, 2x6, got some plywood. Like, there's whatever was like there in the basement or like I found, I just used. Probably wasn't the sturdiest, but
I think we should build birdhouses.
That could be fun. I'm curious where you found the wood. For those of you not watching, I air quoted that one.
Next question.
yeah, next question.
All right, so we're going to call this segment Eric's favorite, okay? So we're going to start off, and we're going to go back to using the old script here. So, Eric, do you have a favorite band or musician?
No, I listen to all genres of music, so it really depends on what day, the mood I'm in, and I'll listen to honestly anything.
Well, what if it's a Saturday, you're happy, and you're getting ready to get pumped up for a 9:30 a.m. start at the old softball field?
I know someone's going to be playing some dubstep right there. Not a fan of that, but it's like that techno stuff. It's okay, but it's not my go-to.
I'm not familiar with it. How does it go?
I'll play it upstairs later.
Next question.
Next question.
Well, real quick, what were you listening to before you came down here today? You always have your earbuds in.
I do. A little country today.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a nice day out.
All right.
You
All
know,
right. Country. Who?
Just gets me in
Eric
that
Church?
a little Eric Church, a little Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, some older artists.
You haven't caught on to this yet.
No.
He doesn't listen to music. He puts the headphones in so that when I ask him something, he can be like, "Sorry, wasn't
No,
had
that's
my
what it
headphones
does.
in."
Okay.
He's up there just taking it all in.
All right.
All right. So how about do you have a favorite movie?
Yes, I do. It's actually The Wolf of Wall Street.
Good movie.
Yeah,
Leonardo
it's a great movie.
DiCaprio.
Margaret Robbie.
Did you see it, Steve?
Yeah, with Jonah Hill.
There you go.
See? Well, I mean, we all had to throw out a character there, right? All right. So, and last but certainly not least, I know you're a huge avid reader of both books and magazines. So, could you tell me your favorite book or periodical?
Honestly, I haven't really done much reading since high school, so I really don't have a favorite book. Someone did mention reading that Matthew McConaughey book to me a while ago, but never got around to it.
I mean, thought I was setting you up for like Sports Illustrated or something simple.
You don't read any magazines or like Softball Weekly?
No,
Anything like that?
nothing like that.
You don't have like DeMarini send you like their product catalog and you just flip through it and you're like, oh
No,
yeah.
I just go on my phone to look at like what new bats are out. There's no magazines for me.
So if we pulled out your phone right now and we hit the browser and it popped up, what would display? And remember, there's a kids show.
Smash It Sports. It's a website I buy a lot of my softball stuff off of.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Do you wear wristbands?
No.
Okay.
What about knee braces?
No.
What about eye black?
No,
Are you a socks high or low type?
Pants and maybe shorts.
Okay.
Are you allowed to slide head first?
Yeah, you could slide. I just choose not to because I'm not trying to hurt myself.
Because I hit so many homers, I just trot around the bases, Jeff.
Nah, you just hit a home run, just walk right off. That's how it works.
Oh. All right. So, as I said in the beginning, the Beyond Local podcast is about tips and tricks and digital marketing, industry insights, and we want to continue to make sure that we post some of that information here. So with that being said, what is one tip or trick or industry insight that you have learned in digital marketing since being here at Lseo?
So I'm going to go to link building first. Definitely check your backlink profile. Disavow any spammy, toxic links that you might have. Very helpful. And on the SEO, technical SEO aspect, I would say crawl your site here and every so often, just to make sure there's no broken pages. Redirect chains are good, and definitely do some keyword research.
I think he was prepared for that question.
But it's not on the list.
How do you disavow your backlinks?
Download a file from SEMrush and then send it to Google Search Console. And,
Okay. All right.
Well, thanks a lot. I mean, there's some insider information, and that went a little bit further than some of the other examples that we got. So
trying to help out.
I was blown away there, actually.
So, all right. Do you have any more questions for Eric?
You know, I do, but again, I think that we're going to have round 2, and especially because somebody owes us a yearbook.
That's fantastic.
So, I'm not getting into it because he's definitely coming back. But, you know, the new segment, we almost screwed it up the second week in. So,
right. So with our new idea of choosing the next participant, although it didn't work last time, we're going to let Eric choose our next participant.
It's a tough one. I'm going to go with the finance manager, Adam Bravo.
Wow.
Curveball.
That is
from
a
a
curveball.
softball player.
Yep.
Very nice. Nice.
Well, team, next week you'll have the pleasure of meeting the man who makes it all happen from the back end of the checkbook at LSEO, Adam Braviak. So
nice.
I'm good, Jeff. Why don't you send us home?
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us today, Eric.
Pleasure to be
Thank
here.
you for participating in our podcast today. If you have any questions for Eric, send them on through. We'll ask them in the next round. But we appreciate you watching Beyond Local, and we'll see you next time.